Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to the Indiana State Police Roadshow. I'm your host, Sergeant John Prine, the Indiana State Police Public Information Officer at the Indianapolis District. Roadshow is brought to you each and every week by the Indiana State Police and Indiana State Police Alliance and Cops for Kids, a subsidiary of the State Police Alliance. For more information about them, you can visit them at www.indianasfinest.com. Thank you to Matt Hiblin, Kyle Knezovich, and Terry Stacy for all the work they do each and every week from MS Communication and Network Indiana to get us on the radio waves. And a big thanks to our friend Tom Trial, who works so hard to get our glowing faces on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the Indiana State Police YouTube channel. You can search Indiana State Police on YouTube. It'll take you right to it. Lots of really cool, intriguing things on there for everybody to see. So check out the YouTube channel. Our guest today, all the way from 2 streets over, is Lieutenant Shay Rutherford. Lieutenant, thanks for coming in. Very much appreciated. Lieutenant's in the Human Resources Division, specifically recruiting and hiring processes and things like that. So thanks for coming in.
I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
So we have some big news from the Indiana State Police, and this is one of those things that, gosh, until it actually happens, you're not sure it's going to, but the Indiana State Police is hiring Indiana State troopers.
Absolutely. And we take great pride, obviously, throughout the state, being troopers and serving our community. Great news. We just opened the application. The application deadline is January 24th. What's great about our process, you can find everything out on the website, but with our timeline, from January 24th, you'll know within 90 days whether or not you're accepted to the Recruit Academy, obviously, should you get through every phase of the process.
And that's something you guys have worked really hard on, because those of us that have been around a while know how long that process can take. And so the fact that trying to get it in 90 days, that's a lot of work.
Absolutely. At one time, it was 6 months, even up to a year. Sometimes different agencies, you don't know. And so we're able to tell day by day, put it up on the website, this is what you can expect throughout the process, each phase of the process.
And I really think that alleviates some of the stress, and some of these people put their lives on hold for that process, and so it's important that we get it done as efficient as possible.
100%, because we're looking for people from all walks of life, so likely they have jobs, hopefully, or in college or the military, so all different walks of life is what we're looking for. So if we can pull from that pool, we're looking for leadership. We're looking for people with integrity, within teamwork. And as like Superintendent Carter likes to say, you may be working at 2 a.m. On a dark road by yourself. And then conversely, you may be at the Indy 500 on patrol with thousands of people. Yeah. So if you could think of the state police, anything that the police do that you think we do, we do it, from literally water, land, and air.
Yeah, and that is one of the unique things about the Indiana State Police, and we'll get to that. I want to make sure that people know that what do they need to do between now and January 24th to make sure that they're eligible?
Absolutely. It's a very competitive selection process. So before we opened the application process the other day, we had over 1,500 pre-applications. And so we're looking for maybe 50 to 60 recruits to start the next academy and to fill the 14 districts that we have throughout the state. So what you need to do first is get your application in. And what we will make sure to do is get you in touch with a recruiter or a recruiting liaison throughout the state. And you can go one-on-one with them, and they'll help you throughout the process on any questions that you may have.
So if you filled out the pre-application, do you need to go back now and do the actual application?
Absolutely. So if you haven't been already, you should be contacted by a recruiter or recruiting liaison that you have finished the pre-application, and you need to go back and fill out the application. And obviously be checking your emails. We send emails weekly with all types of information, great information to help you prepare for the process.
And so if you're out there listening and you or somebody you know is even considering a career in law enforcement, I would encourage you to fill out that application. Yes. and talk to the recruiters. There's no obligation or cost to fill out the application.
Correct.
But it does allow you a gateway to start educating and learning about our agency, because it's an incredible agency. And of course, I'm a little bit biased, but,
absolutely.
But we have everything, like you said earlier.
It's about building those relationships. So we get a lot of in people who do our internship. Unfortunately, it's on hold right now due to COVID. We hope to bring those back soon. Also, ride-alongs. As soon as we can get those back, we'll let you know. That is a very good way to understand what we're doing. So, yes, building those relationships is how you will understand of what we do. And so from water, as I said, it may be scuba. From land, you do patrol, you're doing K9, the SWAT team, there's detectives, and air. We have pilots, and we also have drone operators. So like I said, anything you think police do, we have it, and that's what we say, endless opportunities. You can do multiple things while you're a trooper. You don't just have to be stuck on one thing, and if you want to do one and then start into another, you're able to. There's so many different opportunities with the state police.
And that is one of the cool things about our agency is the endless possibilities and the ability to go from one to the other. You don't necessarily have to, if you don't choose, stick to one thing for 25 or 30 years.
Absolutely.
And oftentimes those things that you do evolve into something else.
Correct.
And so, again, that's one thing that's unique about our agency. But, maybe you're a pilot in the military and you're like, hey, I'd like to make a career out of that.
Correct.
You can come to the Indiana State Police. You get to be an Indiana State Trooper. We're not just going to put you in a helicopter or an airplane on day one.
Absolutely.
But then your career evolves you back into the seat of an aircraft.
That is correct. So we are all, no matter what you see us do, we're all troopers first. We all have police cars and can go out and do the job on the road that you expect us to do.
Yeah.
But also, we also have specialties, and that's why we're looking for people with all walks of life.
Yeah, and one thing I want to touch on, and it's not the topic of this show, but I do want to touch on it, is there are a lot of people out there that have an interest in law enforcement type careers that necessarily aren't police jobs, and we have those too. So I would encourage those forensic scientists and things like that to contact our recruiters as well. Go to our website and look for a career with us on the civilian side.
Yes, sir. So if you're following our social media websites, ISP Recruiting, we are always hiring for civilian jobs with our lab, with our mechanics, with our dispatchers. And so we always are hiring on those jobs also. They are the backbone of the troopers to support us in what we do.
So let's go back to the Indiana State Police trooper hiring process. And that is, if you want to be an Indiana State Trooper with police and arrest powers, you have until January 24th of 2021 to get your application submitted.
Correct. And so basic qualifications, you have to be a U.S. citizen. You have to be at least 21 years old, but no more than 40 years old. And today's December 3rd. December 2nd is the graduation date, December 2nd, 2021. So literally a year from now, you could be walking across the stage as an Indiana State
So
Trooper.
if you turned 20 yesterday, you can apply for the Indiana State Police because you'll be 21 when you graduate.
Yes, sir, that is correct. You have to have a driver's license, valid driver's license, a high school diploma or GED, and you have to be willing to reside anywhere in Indiana and serve anywhere in Indiana. And what we want to highlight also, too, is current law enforcement that has at least 3 years of experience, full-time police experience. They are a priority consideration for when we make the district assignments during the academy.
And that is important to note because I think that's something that scares people away and hinders our recruiting sometimes is that asterisk that says willing to reside anywhere in the state of Indiana. And I can speak from experience, and I'm not 100%, but most people get to establish home and stay there.
Yes.
It's not like we're moving people around every 3 months. And I don't want people to think, I'm going to be in this district for the first 2 years and then here and then here. That's not typically the way it works.
Correct. And you said it perfectly. You're establishing those roots in your community, and that's where people like to live and serve. That's the opportunity that we have. We can work and serve the community where we live. And I'm speaking from experience also. I did not go to where I was from. I was assigned Indianapolis District, and I've had a blast, and I've lived in Indianapolis and made my family here, raised my family here, and love it. Mm-hmm. So no matter where you are in the state, you get to make an impact in your community.
Yeah. And outside of graduating the academy, I can't think of a time where somebody that I know of has been forced to move. Said, hey, you've got to go. Now you have the opportunity. Hey, I decided I want to move my family to Southern Indiana or Northern Indiana or wherever. That opportunity is there, but I can't think of a time where. So I don't want people to be scared away thinking, I don't want to have to move every couple months because that's just not the way it works.
Yes, and the big thing we have too is when you graduate the field training program after the academy, you get issued a brand new car. Police car. And so with limited use, you can travel throughout the state of Indiana in that vehicle. So if you have family, say you live in Evansville and have family up in the northeast side, you're able to do that in your police vehicle.
So after the applications and you guys gather those,
yes.
What's next?
At the weekend after the application deadline, the 24th, we start written examinations. We are opening that up throughout the state, so there's a lot of different options. And on the application, the applicant actually gets to select where and when they want to take the written examination, their physical abilities test, and their oral interview. And so written examination is one weekend. Following weekend, as long as you pass the written examination, you'll be taking your physical abilities test. And in that same day, as long as you pass all phases of the physical abilities test, you'll be doing your oral interview. That following week, we start our polygraphs. And then should you pass your polygraph, you have background investigation that usually takes about a couple weeks. And then, again, with that 90-day mark between the application deadline and conditional offer is the next step, and you'll be told if you're going to the State Police Academy.
Academy. And I want people that are listening to know that we are looking for the best candidates. But the people don't have to be perfect. Sometimes we get, hey, I've had some speeding tickets recently, or when I was younger, I got a minor misdemeanor arrest or whatever it may be. Reach out to your recruiter. Don't be afraid to apply because of that. But what I would encourage you is that after you apply, don't go out and get speeding tickets, arrest. Of course, that's not going to help because it's such a competitive process.
Correct.
But we're not looking for people with absolutely perfect pasts.
Absolutely. There is no perfect person. And so we're looking for people who have experience. So when you go to your oral interview, tell us about yourself. Again, you don't have to have a resume that's 20 pages long. We just need to know what you have done to do better and try to better other people. And so it's not about being perfect. It's about you can control your attitude and you can control your effort. On the back of our shirts when you're at the Recruit Academy, it says 100% effort 100% of the time. If you're able to control your attitude and give that 100% effort, we're going to train you on how to be a state trooper.
And that's good. And we talk about that being such a competitive process that anything you can do to make yourself to put yourself up on a pedestal, that's what you want to hear at the oral interview.
Absolutely. So we have a paramilitary academy, which means you're going to wake up early. We're going to we call PT, physical fitness. You're going to exercise every single day. So you want to be prepared as much as you can, because not only is that going to help you physically, it's going to help you mentally also. So for the written examination, the best part of it is you'll get a study guide before you take the written examination, and that is the material on the test. You need to study that material, and that's going to help you with the test. For our PT test, it's going to be push-ups, it's going to be sit-ups, it's going to be a vertical jump, and you're going to run. And so those are your basic movements, and those are your basic movements that you're going to do during the academy. So you want to be working your way up towards that. Again, on our timeline, you will see the dates. Don't wait until the week before to start preparing. And don't stop just after the PT test. You need to continue working before the academy, because, again, we're going to have over 1,000 applicants, and that's going to get pared down to 50 or 60, and you want to highlight yourself in every way possible.
There should be no part of this process that's a surprise. You shouldn't show up and be like, oh, I didn't know I was going to do push-ups today.
Absolutely.
And it's got to be devastating when you see somebody miss by one or two, but
absolutely,
there's no leeway, right?
It is no secret. Those are
right.
The ILEA standards are what they are, and they've been there for years. So it shouldn't be no secret. And again, one of our recruiters or liaisons should be reaching out to you should you submit an application. But you should be reaching out to them also to ask for advice, for tips, because that is literally what we're here for. We want everyone to succeed, or we wouldn't be hiring. Yeah. And so there's tips out there, and we will help. We're going to be doing virtual workshops and in-person workshops if we can here soon. We've been doing some workshops. We've had a lot of participation through there, and we're going to walk you through the process, and we're going to do a question and answer, and we actually will do a PT workout with you and actually show you all the movements that you'll be doing.
And the best resource for folks out there is to hook up with an Indiana State Police recruiter or a liaison that can be their person, questions, concerns, all that stuff. You can have a phone number of somebody that you can call and say, hey, what do I expect here?
Absolutely. And these recruiters and liaisons, they live in the communities that you live in. And so they have the experience of being a trooper and all the different areas and specialties that they do as a trooper. And so, yes, you can get in contact with them, phone, email, text, in person. They are here to help you succeed. So
we got about 40 seconds left. Where do folks go? We need to get them to the website to where they can get this ball rolling.
Absolutely. So the website is isp.in.gov. Click on the State Trooper link. The main website has all of our information, different jobs, but click on the State Trooper link. You'll find the timeline. You'll find the PT standards. You'll find the information about written exams, interviews, polygraph, and then also for social media, the ISP Recruiting and ISP Academy. That's going to give you all the updates and everything that you need to know about the process.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the Indiana State Police Roadshow. We've been talking about the 81st Indiana State Police Recruit Academy applications by January 24th.